Hello everyone, thanks so much for coming to my channel. It's Yuya. Today I'm going to be talking about how coaching changed my life. When I say coaching changed my life, this sounds like cliche. This sounds like this kind of sketchy. Like maybe there are those who might be thinking like this concept of coaching is kind of sketchy, But I was also actually thinking like that a couple of years ago. That was like how I couldn't believe the people who were saying my life literally changed, after taking this life coaching or coaching. But right now, after actually experiencing what it's like to actually take, coaching or life coaching, I can confidently say that my life literally changed. I know this sounds sketchy, but let me talk about the story behind, this my statement saying coaching literally changed my life. Alright, so I was just not really energetic. I was not really energized to do anything, even though like I was trying to publish new content on YouTube, or I was working as I was also doing what I wanted to do. In the past, I was like saying that I want to work as an accounting consultant for a long time, and I want to work in international environment, like using this like English skill or whatever. Like I just wanted to like be in the kind of situation, and then I was literally doing what I wanted to do for a long time. But I was at the same time feeling miserable. I was feeling lost in my life, and I didn't know what to do next. I also felt safe at the same time because I was not really struggling financially. I was not struggling with like relationship and everything, but I was just struggling with the direction that I'm heading for. I was not really struggling like financially. I was working for this finance corporation, which is well known globally. So I was not like, probably for those who knew me at the time, maybe those people felt like am I actually doing what I truly want to do, or I like cool person or something like that. But inside me, like I was feeling miserable, to be honest. Like that was the situation that I was in, at the time. And then, but at the same time, I was also thinking like I've gotta change this situation. I was binge watching Netflix. I was only binge watching like Netflix, YouTube, and I didn't do anything. Like I didn't do literally anything. I'm not saying doing anything is a bad thing, but I'm originally kind of person who wants to do something actively. That's how I have been like doing in my life. And then when I'm pursuing something that I want to do, I feel very energetic about everything, about my life. So but I was not doing anything, and I feel like that was literally opposite situation that I wanted to be in. So I think that was the reason why I was feeling miserable, And then I was searching for the way to get out from the situation. I was trying to like search for some kind of method, and then I kind of met up with this concept. I was also, but at that time I was still interested in like English. And then I met this guy who is an English coach, and who was also saying that he was also providing this life coaching as well. And I thought it might be interesting, like after reading his blog about like how coaching can change your life, about what kind of influences this coaching has to your life. I thought that, oh, maybe this is something that I can take, even though this sounds a bit sketchy. I just don't want to see myself like 5 years later, me who is not doing anything that I want to do, So I thought that maybe now is the time that I can move on, For the first session, it was for free, so I decided to take it. I thought that it might be fine just to take it and see how it goes. During the session, like he was simply asking me like simple questions about like how am I feeling right now, and the reason why I'm feeling right now, and what kind of future would be ideal for me, the kind of stuff. Very simple questions, but like at that time I was able to get into the mode about thinking about like facing my life, like facing the reality that I was having at the time, and then the ideal environments that I want to have in the future. I was able to be honest with that. I was able to commit, to the time, to the session a lot. And then I was literally moved by the power of our like conversation, by the power of coaching, by power of our talking, the kind of stuff. Because we don't really talk about like serious stuff. We don't with our friends, with our family, like what are you struggling with your life right now? Like we don't really ask this kind of question to each other, right? Because that sounds too serious. That sounds too, I don't know, that sounds too kind of kind of kills the mood. I don't know like how to explain it, but we don't really naturally talk about this kind of a serious style in a daily conversation. So I think that was the reason that was one of the reasons why I was like feeling a little bit values, from the conversation that I had. Like I was able to actually commit to what I want to do, or what kind of a feeling I was feeling, what kind of feeling I was feeling at the time. And after that, even though the cost of the coaching session was not really, cheap for me at the time, I decided to move forward, with the future sessions. And then I decided to take like 5 to 6 sessions with him. And then through the journey, it was literally amazing, through the coaching sessions, I was able to set a new goal for myself, which I feel really aligned with I feel like my values are really aligned with the goal that I set for myself. And I felt really motivated when I was talking about that. Like I was also like I also couldn't hold my tears, when I was talking about it, because I felt like I was kind of putting a lead. I feel like I was kind of hiding this emotion. I was hiding this true honest feelings about what I'm interested in, what I'm good at, what I'm passionate about, And then I was literally felt like I literally felt like I was hiding this truth behind my story. So I think that was the reason why I couldn't hold my tears. But at that time, I felt really, emotionally available. I felt like emotionally ready to move on to the next path, which is to create this goal. I was to create this place I want to create. And then the place that I thought I want to create is like international environment for people who can be very for people who might be having difficulty with a career, relationship, and life, to be able to like feel honest, with them feelings. And then they do have the fellows who they can talk about any kind of like life struggles, career struggles, anything like that. And then they'll be able to find what they want to do with their life, and then they'll be able to move on to the next step of their life, where they can feel really like a little fulfillment and excitement about their life. I want to create this kind of international place so that they'll be able to feel free to, talk about anything that they want to talk about with others. And then I decided to like set down specific goal I want to achieve within 6 months. And then I set the goal of holding this international event. I actually never hold international event before this experience, so I was really scared of this goal, to be honest. It was literally out of my comfort zone, to be honest. But like this person helped me to actually be confident, with this new goal that I set. And then I was able to move on to that. Like I actually, I haven't really talked about this, but even though I didn't really think about the specific details about this event, I decided to reserve, this price. It was pretty expensive, to be honest. Like it was more than like 50,000, 60,000, something. Or it was actually more than like 80,000 at first. When I saw this site, and then I decided to reserve it, even though I decided to reserve it, even though I didn't think of details at the time. But I decided to do it, and I was feeling so scared. I was feeling so overwhelmed, with the money that I was spending, and also the time schedule that I had to set. Like within 3 months, I had to, gather up this number of people in order to make, I wouldn't say profit, but in order not to make a loss, so I had to go to people, and after finishing this session, I had to go to people who might be already like specialized in holding event stuff. And then that I was able to move to the direction because I kind of forced myself to achieve the goal, the goal that I really wanted to achieve, the environments that I really wanted to create. And then everything started to move on, everything started to take off, after taking a session. And then after that, this actually became reality within 3 months, which I couldn't believe. Still, I cannot really believe, but I do have this experience. I do actually have this accomplishment, which makes me really confident with my ability to actually run this event like, you know, I met a lot of people through this event. I met a lot of new people, you know, those who I never thought I could meet in person, right? So this is the story behind it. Like, I hold this event international. This is called International Mindfulness Summit. I held this event on August 5th, and it went really successful. This is literally the first event that I held, but it went very successful, more successful than I thought. There are still problems, there are still issues that I had to deal with. You know, when I'm going to hold the next event, there are gonna be a little more issues that I will have to, like, there are a little more points that I want to improve, you know. But still, like, it went real successful, and it gave me a little confidence. And I think this is how people will be able to, like, have accumulate this successful experience. And then this experience gives you the power to believe in yourself, and then be confident in yourself, and then move on to the next goal, like bigger goal. It doesn't have to be a bigger goal, but you'll be able to move on to the next step in the direction you want to go, in the direction that aligns with your value. So this is this is the story how, like, coaching actually changed my life. And then so after this experience, I actually started to learn more about this coaching stuff. I literally learned more about, like, how to guide people into the direction where they want to be heading for, you know, and then how to find what they truly want to do with the path, how to find what they truly want to do with their life, the kind of stuff. Like, I felt really aligned with this concept of coaching, and also the sessions that I was having with the coach. So I decided to do that for myself, and also I decided to do that for others as well. And then, like, I'm providing this I decided to provide this free course. I started to provide this free sessions at first for those who might be interested in, you know, taking the coaching from me. And then I also felt that possibility that I can have as a, you know, working as a coach. So I decided to, like, start it, like, officially. And then it has been a great journey. Like, in order to become a coach, in order to become a coach that who can give you the value, coach is like a lifestyle. It's like you always have to set a goal which is out of your comfort zone. This is how it's supposed to work, because you are supposed to be the one who guides you to move on to the path which can be out of your comfort zone, out of the person's comfort zone. So you gotta be always, you know, in that situation, getting out of the comfort zone all the time. And then I'm always, like, you know, by publishing the content, you know, starting this new journey of my life, and then also publishing and also, like, starting this coaching program and something like that. I'm also traveling around Japan, traveling around the world. This is a goal that I'm setting for 2024. I'm always, like, trying to get in out of this comfort zone, so that I'll be able to help people who are wanting to be out of comfort zone, who are wanting to try their life to the next level. Yeah, so this is the power of our coaching. I mean, this is something that I wanted to talk about for those who are in the position that I was in a couple years ago. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can take a free session with me for the first time, and I'll be able to help you and guide you through the journey that you want to go with. Alright, so this is pretty much what I want to talk about in this video. Thanks so much for watching this video. Until then, you are the reason why I can make YouTube content on YouTube. Thanks so much for always checking. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.